In this session, Raya and I are practicing some of her new skills to help her cope with a passing dog. So my husband is handling Hawkeye down at the end of the road, and you can see that we're starting with a pretty good distance here away from the other dog. I am clicking when Raya looks at the other dog, and then I am delivering a treat to my left, Raya's right, the opposite direction of the dog. After a short break, we came back, this time a little bit closer to the end of the driveway, and we're using that ping pong pattern game. Ideally, I would have set this up so that Raya is parallel to the passing dog rather than this perpendicular setup that we have here. I think that she got a little stuck looking at Hawkeye just because of the way we're oriented toward the other dog for this session, and really I did that to stay on camera here. But again, the ping pong pattern game, I click when Raya looks at me, I toss a treat to my left. I'm gonna wait for her to make that decision to turn and look at me again. I click and I toss a treat to my right. If she gets a little sticky like she does right here, I'm just taking a step away from her while I keep the leash loose, and that helps prompt her to turn back toward me.
What a girl. Yeah, you did it. Come on.
After another short break, we came back again a little bit closer to the end of the road, and we're doing the same thing, just using that ping pong pattern game to help Raya make some better decisions while the dog passes by on the road.
Good girl.
That little shake off that she did right there is a nice stress relief.
What a good choice you made. That was very, very good.
Again, after a short break, we have moved a little bit closer to the passing dog, and I'm kind of experimenting throughout this session with the ping pong pattern game and the look at that game to see which is most helpful for Raya. And here I have gone back to that look at that game. So I'm clicking when she looks at the passing dog and delivering the treat to the ground so that she has to look away from the other dog to collect her treat. I am also clicking if she offers to look at me here. So there are multiple correct behaviors that she can offer. She can look at the passing dog, or she can look at me. At the end, she loses it just a little bit here, but she's not reacting, vocalizing, lunging, and I just wait for her to make the decision to turn back toward me,
Good
which
girl.
she does. Again, we took a short break and came back, and I will mostly let you watch this clip because Raya does really well, but you can see here, this is a pretty manageable distance. If you're walking with Raya, you can pull off a sidewalk to this distance and just play the look at that game while the other dog passes. Raya was starting to turn down some of those dry treats in my treat pouch at this point, but overall she does great. Again, we took a break and came a bit closer, and this is the final clip from this same session. Our total session time here was 20 or maybe 25 minutes. That's about how long it took us to get Raya all the way down to the end of the driveway and comfortable at this distance. We probably could have ended a little bit earlier than this. Raya was starting to get pretty tired, and she was definitely turning down some of those dry lotus treats that I had in my treat pouch. She's still eating chicken and those softer treats that I had though.
good girl.